Hello, friends, and welcome to my mediation corner. My name is Clementina. You can call me Mentty. I'm a chartered mediator or an accredited mediator from the Mediation Training Institute, the most prestigious institute in Black Africa. Today, I want to tell you a story of how I became an accredited mediator. Sometime in 2007, there was a publication on a newspaper on the training of mediators. So I enrolled. On that beautiful morning, I walked inside the class, sat down with my friend, and we started this program. The first lecturer that came in started the first module. So midway during the training, my friend was like, what are we really doing here? That we have known it all. It's not how to resolve conflict, your personal conflict, family, children, workplace, and all that. That it's unnecessary. So I told her, I said, I cannot pay this amount of money, then make out my time to come into a classroom. Then suddenly I'll carry my bag to quit. That I don't like starting what I will not finish. Well, during the break time, she left the class. I was like, do I really go with her? I said, no. I must see the end of this program. So I continued. So the second lecturer came in. Frankly, by the time the second lecturer came in, the energy, the vibration, the knowledge, the way he was dishing out the mediation skills to the class was really amazing. We were like 45 in the class and in a very conducive environment. So it was inspiring, it was energizing, it was really therapeutic. So first day, second day, third day, fourth, fifth. By the end of the day, we had our role play. I enjoyed every bit of the lectures from all the lecturers that came for the program. So after that energy in me was just like the burning fire. I was like that blunt pencil that was sharpened by mediation training. So when I came back home, I was like telling everybody in the house, I have this new skill of conflict resolution, mediation skill that can help you empower humanity in resolving conflict. They were like, okay, let's see how it goes. So that zeal kept the fire in me, the energy of that mediation was still fresh. I was like, what do I do with this certificate? I started, okay, let me talk to women. I went to my church, I talked to a few people. There's this new skill that I acquired, is mediation skills. If they can come on board and get trained as mediators, so that we have a group of mediators that can really work in this peace field. People are like, no, we know it all. What is all about? That's all about just waste of money and what. It was stressful letting people know what mediation is all about. They will say, what is mediation? I mean, they don't know what is that, and they were not interested. So I kept like, what do I do? How do I let people know about these skills? So one day like that, I just picked my pen. Somebody said, take up your pen, get a book and start writing. I just took my pen and what came to my mind was this peaceful woman and her family. I wrote it down, the topic. Another topic came like guidance for a child development, because I was like, what do I give to the women? What do I give to the children of the world? What do I give to Nigerian children? What do I give to my church? And what do I give to the neighboring countries? I was like, my voice must be heard in all the ends of the earth. And I want my name to be written in the book of peace. I don't want to be a good for nothing servant. So I said, okay, I took my pen. I started writing. I wrote for like 4 hours non-stop. I was writing everything that came out of my head on peace and conflict resolution, relationship, building, sustainability of relationship, and everything that came into my head. So at the end of the day, I was able to compile them, synergize them, arrange them, and I put them in a book. So I had a handbook like that is peaceful. That's the peaceful woman and the family. So when I finished printing, I said, how do I know that this book is readable? It was me that was writing, so I can't review myself. So I decided, why not give it to an education authority? So I now sent the book to Education Resource Center. So when I took the book to that place, I submitted. So a few weeks after that, I had a call that I should come and pick my letter from the ERC Center. So I now went there, collected my paper, collected my letter, opened the letter. What I saw was really impressive. That this your book is very good for public usage, and it is good for library collection. I said, wow. So I said, this is a plus for me. So I now resubmitted it back to National Education Research and Development Council for them to review it. So after their review, they said that the book is also good for library collection and for public use and for students from GSS 1 to 3. So it was interesting. So what I did was I said, this is serious. I now decided to translate The Peaceful Woman and the Family in the 3 indigenous Nigerian languages, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, and 1 international language, French, because I was like, what do I give to the people around us, the neighboring country? So I translated in French. And the same thing I did to Guidance for a Child Development. Frankly, the Guidance for a Child Development is like a reminder or an alarm for a child to remember what you're supposed to do on a daily basis. So all those things that we are taught when we are growing up by our parents, friends, community, and what, I put them together and said, let it be a legacy for a child, a Nigerian child, the children of the world, so that when they pick it and read it, any point that makes meaning to them, they will use it in their growing up. Frankly, if you have my book, Guidance for Child Development, just keep it in your house for your children. Go to wherever you want to go. It will be a guide for them, a reminder for them to do whatever they want to do that is necessary in the house. It will help them in molding their character, in building up their relationship, and becoming a good child. It has enough guide on ethics and values also. So I translated that in the 3 indigenous languages too, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, and French too. So my books are online. So now I can print and share to schools or sell to schools, to general public. And you can get my books on Amazon and different platform, different stores. So I embraced the mediation skills, and I found it very interesting, very inspiring, and very necessary. Because when you have the skill of mediation make you better parents, siblings, community leaders, and leaders of different institutions. So mediation skills are life skills that helps us to prevent conflict, manage conflicts, resolve conflicts, rebuild relationship, and sustain relationship. So it's really necessary for especially women to come on board and train as mediators, because when conflict comes in, when conflict sets in, it is the women and the children that suffers. And husbands are dead, brothers are dead, our sons are dead, and before you know it, the women will have burden overload, handling the immediate family, the extended family system, and guess what? The early grave is the next thing. So mediation skills are really good for everyone, for the young and old. It is even necessary for schools to start opening up peace clubs in schools, then train the teachers that will be heading that department and guide children have young mediators that when they have conflict in schools, they will be able to come together and go to their mediators and be able to settle their conflicts. So mediation mediation sharpened my skills, or brought out my writing skills, because I said, I want my name to be written in the book of peace. I want to sensitize peace all over the world. My own is on peace advocacy, peace education, peace evangelism, and peace networking. So what did I do again? I said, okay, since I want my voice to be heard in all the ends of the world, how do I do it? I said, okay, let me put peace education, peace sensitization, and advocacy into songs. Let me use my voice and sensitize for peace to reign. So an inspiration came again. My inspiration usually come anytime I'm in a quiet environment. So my inspiration came like, pick your pen again and start writing. And then I started writing a song. My first song is Udo. That means peace. Then Udo Yim Yim. That's peace like that. Raindrops every rain. So that's my perception about peace. I have a dream. I have a message. Like when my country, Nigeria, we have this kind of peace that is heavy like raindrops, Then again, I started writing. I put Judo, Yimi. I started writing the lyrics. The tune kept coming. And the way I wrote it was the way I voiced it. Then later I produced, and Udo is now in all the music platforms. You can get them in Boomplay, Spotify, Apple Music, Shazam, and a lot of them, is on streaming online. Then after that, I have Ubangiji in Hausa. In Dudo is about it's like a unity song mixed up 3 indigenous languages, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. Then Poco La Reign, for peace to reign. That one is in French. Lele Mama is a mixture of Igbo and English and French. Then Je demande pardon is in French. So I have music in French, I have in Igbo, outside Yoruba, and English. So by now, I think I have about 16 tracks. My last song is Content Creators. So that one is my latest song. So my music is like vocational music. I use my voice, I use songs to teach my vocation, which is mediation, which is peace and conflict resolution. So when I write, I teach, I sing. Bringing these 3 together is very interesting and very, very satisfying, because I feel happy when I get feedback from people that, I listen to your song and it makes me feel happy. I learned a lot from your songs. Then you see people telling me, those things you wrote in your books are very, very inspiring. Because I have my number at the back of my book, a lot of people, they call me to say, this your book is very good. This is what I have experienced. This is what it has made me be. Then again, I wrote another handbook because I was like, what do I give to my church? I had another inspiration to write. Then I now wrote Family Prayer for Peace. So I put them together and I printed and started sharing to different churches. And lots of people are also calling me about the prayer book. That is really good. It makes them happy. It has done a lot for them. And there was a child that called me sometime, said, Mommy, I read your book, The Guidance for a Child Development, and it changed my life. That what I did was I put the book on my bedside. Every morning when I wake up, I will read the book, and it has really changed me. I said, fine. So, and a whole lot of people calling me. They call me for the music, they call me for the books and give me feedback. Then I have an exercise book because through my mediation programs and interacting with people, trying to resolve conflict, I resolve individual conflicts, family conflicts, then community, workplace conflicts, and others. So interacting with people, I noticed, because the locality that I went to, I noticed that some children were not going to school, basically because their parents don't have money to buy exercise books, so they couldn't go to school. So I now knew that I have exercise book I printed. The exercise book is how to achieve a peaceful life. So inside the exercise book and at the back of it, I have some peace nuggets written there. My intention was, my perception was that when a child is copying notes, that child will be able to read those things I wrote down. And if anyone can help that child, that's a plus for me. So I was using that to also sensitize peace to the children. So I was printing the exercise books and sharing to people. I was using my resources basically to do that. But at a time, it was heavy. And I called friends, and my friends were helping me to print. So when I print like few thousands, I will share to schools, and it was making me happy. And I mean, those women were happy, and their children were going to school. So it was a plus to me. So mediation is really good. And like after my training, I didn't stop at the training. I kept training and retraining. So at the time I said, okay, let me just go and read these peace and conflict studies. And I enrolled at National Open University and read peace and conflict studies. My intention to do that was to empower myself and also to empower humanity. So mediation really brought a lot of talents that I have in me. I said, like that blunt pencil, it sharpened me immediately after that mediation, because I am a teacher by profession and an entrepreneur. I've been into fabrics for like 40 years and counting, but the skill of mediation has changed my life. It has changed my life pattern, and I'm happy about it. Frankly, everything I do now is about peace building. I even have my own trademarked wrapper that has a peace symbol. So that's what mediation has made me be. So I'm happy with what I'm doing, and I've done a lot in the peace industry. Mediation has made me to become a fellow of the Mediation Training Institute and a fellow of Institute of Chartered Mediators and Conciliators, and society, a member of Society of Peace Studies and Conflict Resolution. Mediation has really made me to touch the lives of so many people. Because it was through mediation that I noticed that a lot of people have so many things disturbing them, so many things they are bottling, but they have not seen how to air it out. So it has really helped me to deal with that and help so many people. And mediation is not expensive. It is cheap, it is fast, and it is neutral and highly confidential. So mediation works in peace and conflict resolution. I call on board everyone, youths, men, especially women, our young girls, to come on board in peace building, so that together we join our hands together and work for peace to reign. And I believe that when we have network of peace builders, we are going to have that peace movement that will help us to bring peace back to our country back to our homes, back to ourselves, back to our communities, and we will relate better and bring development and sustainable lifeline for ourselves, and at the same time leave a sustaining, peaceful legacy for our generation and our generation yet unborn. So I welcome each and every one of us listening to me here to the Ministry of Reconciliation. Mediation works. Come and get trained and join us in the peace building industry. Thank you for your audience.